Hello everyone. Today we'll start with clocks, and this will be the first chapter of our logical reasoning series. And this chapter is very important as far as your TISNET exam is concerned, because in every year we can find one or two questions from this chapter particularly, with the exception of I think in TIST 2020 they did not ask any question from this topic. But so the chances are of getting some questions in TIST 2021 increases. So let us see. And many times in this maths and logical reasoning section we can find some theoretical questions, so we'll try to cover those as well. So the study of clock is known as horology. So remember this fact. This can be asked in your GK section as well, though chances are less, but anyway. So we'll try to understand the structure of a clock. So if you see this picture, as you can see, this is a total of 360 degree, and it is divided into 12 equal divisions. So the angle between two consecutive divisions, suppose between 12 and 1, this is 30 degree. And we'll get this by dividing 360 by 12, and we'll get 30 degree. So this chapter is very simple. Just if you understand few concepts, you will be able to answer any kind of question that are being asked from this chapter. Now we'll go try to understand the few properties of minute hand. So the minute hand covers 360 degree in 1 hour, and 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So the minute hand will cover 360 by 60, that is equal to 6 degree in 1 minute. Now we'll study some properties of the hour hand. So the hour hand covers 360 degree in 12 hours. Try to understand. So this is the clocks. Ignore my drawing skills, please. So this is the 360 degree, right? So in 12 hours, the hour end will cover 360 degrees. So in 1 hour, that is equal to 60 minutes, the hour end will cover 360 by 12, that is 30 degree. And therefore in 1 minute, the hour end will cover 30 degree by 60, as 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So it will cover half a degree per minute. Half a degree per minute. Yeah. Now we'll try to understand the few relations between the hour hand and the minute hand, and we'll also study the important formula from this chapter, which will help you solve most of the problems. So see, the hour hand, the minute hand covers 360 by 60, that is 6 degree in 1 minute. And in 1 minute, the hour hand will cover 30 degree by 60, that is 0.5 degree. So the relative velocity is 6 degree minus 0.5 degree, which is equal to 5.5. Now remember this formula, theta is equal to mod of 11 by 2m minus 30 h, where m is minutes and h is hour. And this formula is very important, so try to memorize this. For example, what is theta? It is nothing but the angle formed between the hour hand and the minute hand. So this formula becomes important. So we'll see one example. So at 3 past 40 past 3, the hour hand and the minute hand of a clock forms what angle? So we will just put the values here in this formula, and we can obtain the answer. See, 11 by 2, we put the value of minute and 30 into h, and here h is equal to 3. So we'll get 220 by minus 90, which is equal to 130. Now this is very important. Even in this 2017-18, this has been asked. So the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is 0 degree or 180 degree, and how many times does this thing occurs in 12 hours? So this occurs 11 times, and I'll try to explain to you why. See, the hour hand and the minute hand, they coincide 11 times, and the only time that they do not coincide is between 11 and 12 o'clock. So if you try to visualize a clock and see the pattern, you will be able to understand this. And 0 degree means when they are overlapping each other, and 180 degree means when they are opposite each other completely, like on a straight line, or like this, whatever. So remember this, the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is 0 degree or 180 degree, and this is formed 11 times in 12 hours and 22 times in a day. And the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is 90 degree or any other angle except 0 and 180, that is formed 22 times in 12 hours and 44 times in 24 hours. And this question can also be asked that what is the frequency of one collision. So try to understand that. Here I have written it. So we know that in 12 hours there will be 11 collisions, right? So one collision will happen at 12 hour by 11, and 12 hour can be also written as 12 into 60 minutes. So frequency of one collision will be equal to 720 by 11. Now in the next page we'll try to cover some problems. Okay, here. So how many degrees does the minute hand cover in 34 minutes? So we have already studied that in 12 in 60 minutes the minute hand will cover 360 degree in 1 hour, which is equal to 60 minutes, right? So the minute hand will cover 360 by 60, which is equal to 6 degree in 1 minute. And so in 34 minutes, just apply unitary method. So multiply 6 into 34. So you'll get 204 degree in 34 minutes. Next problem we have, how many degrees does the hour hand cover in 260 minutes? So the hour hand covers 360 degree in 12 hours. Try to visualize and do the problem. So you can even solve this orally. So in 1 hour, the hour hand will cover 360 by 12, which is equal to 30 degree. And so in 1 minute, the hour hand will cover 30 degree by 60, which is equal to 5.5 degree. So in 260 minutes, the Rn will cover 0.5 into 260, which is equal to 130 degree. So this question can also be asked like, how many degrees does the Rn cover in how much? 4 hours 20 minutes. So you cover that 4 hour 20 minutes into 260 minutes, and you can easily find the answer. Now this is a important question. Means this kind of questions can be asked in your exam. So what is the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand at 5:30 p.m.? So we have seen that we have used one formula, right? So that formula will use is here. So put the value of minute here, that is equal to 30, and hour here, that is equal to here 5. So you'll get this answer. And always take a positive value of this. Since this is within a mod, you have to get a positive value of theta. So if this doesn't come to positive, you can just do 30h minus 11 by 2m. So that way you'll get the value positive. Now we have the last problem of this session. At what time between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock will the hands of a clock be in the same straight line but not together? So we'll use this formula and see if we get one answer or not. So one, by what do you mean by same straight line? So we know by straight line we mean that the angle between the two hands will be 180. So we'll put the value 180 here and then try to find out the answer by putting the value, replacing the value of m and h in this formula. So we have 11 by 2 into m. Here in this case, m is, we have to find m. All right. So minus 30 into 7. 7 is h, right? So if we solve, we'll get the answer as m is equal to 700 by 11, which is not a valid solution as m cannot be greater than 60. So we'll try to use this formula again, but replace, we'll write 30h at first, then subtract 11 by 2m. All right, and see if we what answer we get. So if we use this formula now and replace the value of h here, so we have 180, which is equal to 30 into 7. This comes as 210 minus 11 by 2m, and if we solve for m, we'll get m is equal to 60, which is the answer here in this case. I hope we have understood the probable questions that can be asked from here. Just remember few things: how many degrees does the hour and the minute hand covers in 1 minute, in 1 hour. Those things, if you remember, you'll be able to solve any questions. And remember this formula. This too will be very important for you. And thank you. In the next chapter, in the next logical reasoning chapter, we'll try to cover calendars. Yeah. And guys, please join the Facebook group. You'll have the PDF of these lessons uploaded in a single portal. So please join the Facebook group. You'll get all kinds of help from there. Thank you.